In Kenya specifically, around 13% adolescents have experienced depression and anxiety and sometimes reported suicidal thoughts. It's not bad to show halts, but I think people don't understand the social or the mental implication they have on younger people. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So recently there's something that I've observed and about the Kenyan economy, the social media, and how we are training ourselves to compare to other people instead of taking that time to create something for ourselves. So what is really happening in the Kenyan economy? So there are statistics that say that Kenya economy is growing by 5% per annum. That is statistically, but when you look underneath that statistics, so many youth are struggling with employment. In fact, I was reading somewhere where they were saying that half of the Kenyan are struggling to find work. Unemployment is at 67% high in a certain age group. Some reporting around 12 to 16% overall youth jobless. So you see, there's this narrative that the Kenya economy is growing by 5% per annum, but the reality is 67% of a certain age group do not have employment. What that means is that the formal employment is very scarce. Okay, so most people are doing very unstable jobs, like they are either in business or low paying unstable jobs at this time, so that they can be able to feed their families and be able to feed themselves. Every year, I think during December, most people are graduating from different universities. Can you imagine how many universities we have in Kenya? And so many graduates are being churned out every year, but there's no formal employment. We tell our kids, we have this narrative of saying that you should go back to school, get it, an education. Education is very important. But can you imagine when you put so much work into making sure you have gotten your degree or your master's or your PhD, only to get out and then find that the job market, there's zero guarantee that you're going to get a job. So it's like you've been running a marathon only to get to the finish line, and then you realize that the finish line has been moved to a different location. You can imagine you have graduated, you don't have a job, so you don't have any sort of income. And even if you get a job or you get a business or something to do, it's not paying you enough. Okay, this is something that I've also realized. So the psychological impact of people not having enough income. You go on social media, okay? So you're scrolling on social media. You meet up with someone that you used to know, okay? And here every day we are bombarded by halts, restocking of pantries, halts, house tours, vacation, good restaurants, okay? So I can only imagine that this is someone that so many youth are going through the psychological impact of getting out of university and having to meet up with this pressure now of seeing other youth, other 25 years old and below, or 30 and below, really showing massive growth in their own lives. Okay, massive. When I say massive, this I'm just presuming because this is what they show us on the social media. So I was actually looking at the statistics, and in Kenya specifically, around 13% adolescents have experienced depression and anxiety and sometimes reported suicidal thoughts. It's very possible. People don't understand the social or the mental implication they have on younger people. Okay, because how do you want to tell me that you're only 25 years old and you've been able to achieve all these things? Okay, it's very good for you to achieve, but you're not considering someone who is also the same age, 25-year-old, and they have not been able to achieve this, which is the majority of people. People assume everybody's living like that, which is not the truth. The truth is majority of Kenya are struggling to put food on the table. They're struggling to pay rent. They're struggling to have basic needs. So when you come to social media and you see these hauls and this restocking and people filling their pantries with a lot of stuff, it has an implication on our youth. There's a saying in Kikuyu that says that when you get full, please remember to cover your stomach. In short, I don't know if you can translate it. In short, you as a person, when you make it, be cognizant of the people that you are trying to reflect or you're trying to show. Okay, I know, let me tell you, as much as we say social media is not a real place, or young people or even older people, by the social media, social pressure does not have an age cap. Okay, in fact I feel like social pressure becomes more the more you grow up, or the more you age, or the more you become mature. In fact I feel like you become, even socially, you become pressured a lot. Okay, most youth feel like they're behind, like they're not doing a lot, or why is that colleague of mine, or why is that person that we went to school with being able to achieve all these things. Okay, the problem is, and I think I've said this so many times, please, when you're observing people, observe their trail. Like, let them have a footprint of how they got to where they got. Because as much as it's not a real place, and as much as people are not going to tell you the truth as to how they have been able to amass this amount of wealth, or this amount of money, or this amount of stability, financial stability, presumably, because we are assuming they have financial stability when we look from an outside to the inside. Okay, it has such a negative impact, because you are wondering, what did I do wrong? Okay, all I'm saying is, it is important. What you don't understand is that when you keep checking your phone, and you keep checking what people are doing, and you keep checking what is happening in people's life, it hijacks your own joy, because comparison is a thief of joy. It will rob you of your process. It will rob you of understanding that for me to get there, I have to do this. So most people don't want to have this uncomfortable growth of the process of becoming who they want to become. If you've left a university and you're trying to look for a job, or even if you got a job immediately after leaving university, there's a high chance that by the time you grow into that organization, it might take a while, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, it doesn't matter, it might take a while, okay, for you to get to an income that you deem like this is good income. Okay, but initial stages of growth, so people want to bypass the whole process of in between, because you're looking at yourself and thinking, how are my peers who are 26 doing so well, and I'm not doing well? I'm stuck in a job that only pays me 30,000. Okay, yeah. So when you stay on your phone, you deny yourself the process of growth. Okay, you deny your process of becoming the person that you're supposed to be, because now you want to rush into getting what you're seeing your peers getting, even when you don't have the whole story of their own life. Let's talk about influencers and their impact on the social and mental health. Okay, number one, let me say this. Nowadays, influencers are not paid to promote products. They are paid to live the products. Okay, so if an influencer happens to probably show a house tour, okay, they are trying to sell the idea to you, so that because I've actually checked on most comment section when someone is doing like a house tour, people will ask, where did you get your coffee table? Where did you get your TV stand? Where did you get your curtains? Where did you get your carpets? Where did you get your bed? So basically, the social media, the influencers are not coming to sell to you like the way we used to market, like I'm selling this. So they don't come and sell to you directly. So you have to have a discernment that they use their life is what they are marketing. Is it making sense? So they don't come and tell you directly, like, buy this coffee table, right? So they do house tours to market or they market things through showing house tours, or having hauls like clothing, or when they're doing their pantry restocking. So when you keep seeing this restocking over and over and over, what you don't understand is that something at the back of your mind has registered, this is how I should be shopping, I should be living like this. So next time, when you have your own small income, instead of trying to do something that is supporting your goal and your dreams, you might end up psychologically, because it has been pushed to you so many times, every time restocking, or when you see a certain brand over and over and over. You can imagine if you keep seeing this, if this is your favorite influencer, so it means you see their content more often than not. Okay, so they will promote the product by doing this restocking over and over. So they condition you unknowingly to keep seeing this product. Guess what? Next time you go to the supermarket, you are going to pick that product. So have they sold to you without you unknowingly? Because they didn't come and say automatically, we are marketing this washing product. They came using their own, they use their own life to influence you to buy what they want you to buy. So even though I do not have real statistics of how people how much Kenyans are spending on their lifestyle, I am sure, I have a feeling, like I'm 100% sure people are spending more on their lifestyle, buying, restocking, changing their house now and then. Let me tell you, do you know that's not a normal behavior? It's not normal for you to keep buying seats every year. It's not normal for you to change your carpet every other 6 months. It's not normal for you to buy clothes every month. That's not a normal thing. I don't know, people have been conditioned to think that that's a normal thing. It's not a normal thing to keep buying every month. You're buying. I was seeing there are these pots for cooking pots. Now they have different brands. We started with the non-stick, the normal non-sticks, right? Then we came to the cast iron. Then we came to the other that look like silver. I'm telling you, it is not normal to have so many cooking pots. That's not just a normal thing. Because how many do you need to cook with? How many pots do you need to cook with in a month, right? This lifestyle that is being put out there does not reflect people's real income. Because again, statistics, if you check how many people earn around above 100,000, not so many people, right? So you can see it does not reflect on their income. So either people are going into debt to be able to fund this lifestyle, or people are doing things that you don't understand to fund their lifestyle, or brands are giving them these things to advertise as if, or brands are collaborating with these influencers to make them seem like they buy them every month, which might not even be the case. Probably they come, they show you, they take them back. That can be also a reality that you have to factor in when you're busy scrolling and you're busy. You are busy. You want this kind of pot this month. You want this kind of pot next month. And let me preface this and say, I'm not saying that you don't buy. I'm not saying that you don't save up to buy those things. But are you seeing how it's easy for you to be conditioned to think that you need to have like 5 different type of pots in your house, or you are conditioned to think that you need to buy clothes every month, or you're conditioned to have more than 50 perfumes? That's not, guys, I don't know at what point we got that we started thinking that it's normal for you to have more than 10 perfumes or 5 perfumes. At what point are you going to use all of them, right? Some decide that that's their hobby, to collect perfume, but you have to be, this is what I'm trying to say in short. You have to protect your goal and protect your mental health with everything you've got, because you do not understand the motive behind someone showing what they're showing, right? You don't know the idea. You don't know the mindset. You don't know what is influencing this person to show you what they are showing. They do not have a positive impact. They don't have they are not thinking about you in any way. They are not thinking about, if I show this, am I cognizant that someone has not eaten? When I come here and I show restocking of 50,000, 70,000, 80,000, 100,000, is that a normal thing that is happening in Kenya right now? No, it's not. So when you see these things, I just want you to now catch yourself every time and think, do you want to stay in that? Because now you will be conditioned. So it will be something playing at the back of your mind without you understanding that now you're feeling like, I don't like my life. I hate my life. I'm suffering. But what are you measuring your suffering with? It's because of what you're seeing. You're seeing this. So you think this is the life. This is not the normal. This is not the normal life for a high percentage of Kenyans as a reality today. Every person who has made real money, gotten financial stability, they went through a process. So these things just come to distract you from the process of you becoming the person that you're supposed to be. So now you want to rush your process. You want to get the money as quick as possible. And then now, if you don't get that money, especially at this Kenyan economy, what happens? People tend to have depression, anxiety, and some have even thoughts of committing suicide. So be cognizant, protect your mind, and protect your financial life with everything that you've got. People who come to influence you to buy, change, whatever, they don't think about you. They don't care about you. That's a fact. So you see what I'm trying to say. On the other hand, there's millions of youth who are unemployed. On the other hand, we have social media trying to show us that everybody is winning. So this is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to leave you with. The solution to all this and for you to be able to build something meaningful for your future, something that is tangible, you have to, number one, curate who you follow. Social media or who you follow should be able to help you grow your own life. They are only giving you inspiration to grow, not to pressure you to want to get to where they've gotten without showing the real blueprint. Okay. Two, what I'm gonna say is limit your screen time as much as possible. You see, if you are unemployed, you will tend to stay on social media because you're trying to probably not deal with the fact that you are unemployed. Or sometimes we run to things because we don't want to deal with the things that are happening currently in our lives. Okay, so I know it's not an easy time for someone who is unemployed at this time, and I know it's weighing you down emotionally, mentally, financially. So you run to social media to look for relief or to look for a break out of your own life or what is happening currently. So I acknowledge it's not an easy time, but as much as possible, if you can limit your screen time, look for a hobby outside your screen time. Like you can crocheting. You can crochet. You can probably teach yourself how to make hair. Just make sure you're trying to see what else you can be able to do. Just even if you are looking for a distraction, look for a distraction that is helpful, or a distraction that is not social media, is not making you leave that place feeling like you're under pressure. Okay. Also, something I'm going to say, focus on your dreams. Be very jealous. Guard your dreams and your aspiration jealously. Okay, when you understand that people don't have the best interest at heart for you, then you're going to guard your mind, your dreams religiously. You're going to guard them with everything that you've got. Okay, because you see, when you compare your process with someone highlight, someone's, you don't know if their background, guys. You don't know you don't know if they come from a rich background. You don't know where they've come from. You don't know where they're getting their money. You know nothing about this person, only their highlight. People come here and they show you what you want to see. They curate their content according to what they want you to hear. They curate content around what people keep asking for, okay, or what people want to see, or what is trending at the moment. Okay, so you have to be cognizant, guys. You have to really be cognizant of the fact to realize this person has no best interest at heart for you. So you have to curate your own life and stop comparing your own journey to someone's highlight. Okay, you see, most people say you compare your fruit to someone else. You compare your seeds to someone else's fruit. This person, it's their time for them to probably harvest fruits, but for you, you've not yet gotten there. You are still at the seedling stage. So are you seeing how detrimental it is for you to want your seeds to jump from being seedling to become fruits in a year? Enjoy and let me tell you guys what I'm going to say. Enjoy the process of growth. Because once you get there, you realize it's not as mind-blowing as you thought. It's not as a big deal as you thought. You see, sometimes people save for the car or save for a house, and then you save, you do whatever you have to do. Then you realize you should have enjoyed the process to getting to where you are going, or you should have enjoyed the process of saving for the car. You should have enjoyed the process of building your house, because when you finally get to or buy that car or build that house, or when you finally get into your house, you realize, I should have just relaxed. I should have just enjoyed the process, because the process is the life. It's not the end goal. The process is the life. So if you keep jumping and keep bypassing this process and coming and getting to and wanting to get to where you want to get, you're not living. Life is in the process. Life is in the process of getting to where you're getting. Let no one lie to you. And I know when I say here, someone will say, Julia, I don't care. I just want what I want, right? Okay, you look at, for example, when you began to live on your own, and you wanted to furnish your house, to buy a bed, to buy a television, to buy a fridge, to buy all these things. You are rushing to do all these things. Now look back, you have all those things that you wanted. does it mean that now you don't have stress for something else? Does it mean that now you don't have different goals? Does it mean that you now, the thing that you are fighting for, the things that you are saving for, the things that you thought, if I get, I'm going to be okay, now if you bought a 32-inch TV, you now want a 55-inch TV? Are you seeing? It's like every time you get to that place, if you don't enjoy the process to getting there, you find that the goalpost will shift. You started with a small car. Now you don't want that car, you want a bigger car. And even if you get to that bigger car, you still feel like, I need a bigger car. You were hoping and praying that you're able to pay for a bed sitter. You got there, you paid for your bed sitter. Now what do you want? A bigger house. You get to that 1 bedroom, you want a 2 bedroom. You get to 2 bedroom, you want a 3 bedroom. And finally you want to build your own house. So basically, this is what I'm gonna close with and say: enjoy the process. That's the only way you're going to protect your mind. Contentment and godliness is great gain. So guard yourself, guard your dreams, be selfish about the things that you want to achieve, because people don't care about you. And for that, I will see you on the next one. Bye.